requires a name, and Transformers maybe and or is the game. So I want to go back to what was my second video, or my second full video anyway, and it was an episode called ARTobots and DeceptiCRAFTS, where I looked at 4 people and the 4 different types of crafts and artistic work they would do around the Transformers fandom, some of the great individual projects they've done, with some amazing work and creativeness thrown in. So today I'm back with a couple of new additions to that, and so yeah, I think it's just great that we celebrate this kind of stuff, and I really want to use this as a showcase like I did last time, showcasing some of the great work out there so you all can see if you haven't seen it already. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. I hope you enjoy it. Now first I want to take a look at something I found on a few Facebook groups, and this is by Steve Cook, who has done these cardboard sculptures of Blitzwing first, and you just look at the sheer size of it. It's huge and it transforms. Whether it comes apart and reconnects again, I'm not sure, but you just have to look at the detailing to show about the amount of care and detail that's gone into it. And they just look so good. They look so intimidating and imposing there. It really just looks fantastic. And now you're looking at Jazz, where you can see the level of detail that's gone into the tyres as well. You can see the actual tread. The underside there looking almost exactly like the toys. And of course the curvature on the bonnet of the car, I think this looks fantastic. And finishing off with a real imposing structure of Grimlock, which is exactly how Grimlock should look. He just looks so intimidating. The detailing on the faceplate looks incredible, and of course he transforms. It just looks so big, so heavy, and I've seen the pictures. It actually closes up just like the toy would do. Okay, well next we're going to look at some images I've also found on Facebook. This is by GDdiggerz, who has their own YouTube channel, and I'll put a link in the description. This is their own take on Lego figures of the ARTobots, and there's quite a few pictures here, so I'm going to get through them. What you can see is actually fully transformable figures of the ARTobots turning into their jet modes. And again, the precise detailing on the wings to look exactly like the toys or exactly like the cartoons, I just think looks incredible. It just goes to show the attention to detail and the care that goes into something like this. When you've got all 5 of them that all transform into their jet modes, I think it's incredible in itself. But of course, looking onto it, there's also the upgrade kits or the parts forming to make Superion. And he stands 12 inches tall, which is pretty much Combiner Wars territory. I just think that's incredible. Again, it just shows the care that goes into it. Here's some quick pictures as well of the Predacons, all in their beast form and their bot form, with all of the upgrade kits, and ultimately a very intimidating Predaking. So I wanted to finish off with something I saw on Facebook. Someone did a great full-scale replica of Metroplex and turned it into like a shelf for displaying figures and toys. I thought it was incredible. I haven't been able to track down the creator of it, so I can't ask their permission to use it in this video. But if you do find it, it's a full-scale Metroplex, and where you have the chest, if you like, that's where some of the individual Transformers are hanging out. I think it's wonderful, but sadly I couldn't get the permission to use it in this video, or at least I wasn't able to track the person down. So in a sense of filling for time, I guess you could say, I thought I'd show you some of my work. I have been known to draw on occasions, and I've kind of been put to shame over the years, because I thought, at least when I was back in school, I thought I was a pretty good drawer, a pretty good artist, and I've seen some of the stuff that people have done, people who've gone on to be like full-on comic designers or even tattoo artists, and it's just put me completely to shame. But it's something I enjoy doing, so I thought I'd show you some of mine. I started off doing copies, and as you can see here, if the reflection doesn't do too much disservice to it, this is a copy of the cover art of Power of the Prime's Predaking. I love this image. It's one that I'm very proud of, something that I was very pleased with. And yeah, there's some of these ones that just give me great enjoyment to do. Again, another copy, which I did colour in digitally, this one. This is Metroplex. I can't actually see the camera, so apologies for that. Metroplex fighting 6-shot, which is in IDW's Spotlight for Metroplex. So a lot of these have been coloured in by pen or by hand, and I think you really do get a personal touch to them. I think they look great when they're done, but you do suffer with the worst enemy, which is the brush strokes, and that really comes out in this one. And I think you all know this one. This was, of course, famous scene of Optimus landing at Autobot City in the movie. But again, I was quite pleased with it. I was quite pleased how Optimus came out. Wasn't too pleased with Hound, but the sky really has brushstrokes galore, and I tried so hard to get those out. But I'm not too unhappy with it, all in all. It's got a lot of vibrant colour to it, especially doing the space shuttle. So yeah, but since then I've kind of gone on doing them digitally. But recently I have started doing my own designs. I've kind of worked up the confidence too. So this was one that I sort of did for what was Jazz versus Drag strip of what's supposed to be the hills of Monte Carlo. Again, I'm a bit of a racer, so I quite like that one. It came out fairly well, even though I hate drawing wheels. And this was another one I was quite pleased of. It was kind of a Grimlock adaptation of Gladiator, which I was quite pleased with. And that's not supposed to be Impactor, by the way, in the background. It was supposed to be just kind of a nameless Decepticon, but it sort of, as I coloured it in, sort of became a very Impactor lookalike. But I just like what I did with Grimlock in the end, and kind of shouting up, going, "Are you not entertained?" And like I say, I recently have done a few other digital ones myself. Recently I've done an Astro Train copy of what's just supposed to be Astro Train going through a very G1 looking desert, or cartoon inspired desert. Again, fairly pleased how that one came out. I hate drawing wheels, again, as you can probably tell, but that wasn't too bad. I've also quickly done the ARTobots, sort of 5 of them defending Autobot City, which they weren't there, interesting enough. So again, I think this is great to see some of the creative minds out there, and what the passion that people have had for Transformers, whether it's from a kid or later, they've taken and then adapted their own skill and craft to it and just made something else. They haven't just waited for a toy or a TV series to be released. They've said, no, you know what, I'm going to use my own creative talents to do something a bit different. I really do want that to be celebrated, and this is the purpose of this video, to really show it to you and just celebrate the creative work. It is really something that should be admired. Obviously, I'm not really saying that with my drawings as such. That's just kind of a bit of a hobby for me. There's way better people out there who can do way more complicated stuff than me. And of course, a huge thank you goes to everyone who's allowed me to use their pictures in these videos and showcase some of their great talents. But that's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.